Sure. Mayor Alex Long, Vice Mayor Monica Chanel,
Present.
Angela Golden,
Present.
and Donald Wilkerson,
Present.
Nathaniel Walters.
Mr. Alfers is working and was going to try to join us by phone, but he is not connected or is absent. We have a quorum. Today is July 25, Friday. It is now 6:03 p.m. We have a quorum. We are at Town Hall on, excuse me, here's Mr. Alfers. Hello. We're at Town Hall, the town meeting. Would you like to participate by phone? Okay. Would you please mark Mr. Alfers as present? Thank you. I think you get two remote meetings a year, and this will be one of those two. Okay, we have a quorum. Again, today is July 25. It is now 6:04 p.m. All are present. We're at Town Hall on King Street. This is a regularly scheduled meeting of the Fort Royal Town Council. We will begin with invocation and pledge of allegiance. If you're so inclined, let's pray. Heavenly Father, we pray that you will accept our thanksgiving for the gift of freedom, the gift of this nation, the gift of this little town. Pray that you will give us wisdom, right actions, right decisions, and that you will extend your hedge of protection around this town and us, and be with us today and forever. In your name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Life, liberty, and justice for all. Thank you. Public comment. Do we have any public comment? Amendments to the agenda. Would like to put on, let's see, 7-25-5.4 action item, that the mayor be instructed to make an application to the USDA for a grant. And I'm getting the particulars on that when we get to it. Also on the agenda, if we could put Mr. Fortune ahead of the consent agenda, and if any council members have any questions to Mr. Fortune as to the playground work. Okay.
I'm not sure what he knows.
Well, these
We've just talked about the work that he's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Don is going to do. Well, excuse me. First, we need to get the agenda squared. Would somebody like to make a motion that we amend the agenda to put Mr. Fortune have an opportunity to speak at the very front of the meeting, so we don't have to sit through all this? And secondly, that we put under action items that the mayor can make an application for a USDA grant.
I make a motion.
Thank you. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second it.
Motion was made by Councilmember Angela Golden, seconded by Councilmember Monica Chanel. Not fun.
Long day.
Discussion? All in favor? Roll call. Ms. Chanel?
Yes.
Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes.
Ms. Golden?
Yes.
The mayor, yes. Motion carried.
Mr. Alfers?
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Alfers, how do you vote on that?
Probably muted. I mean.
Hello? Yes. How do you vote? In favor. Thank you, Mr. Olfers. Thank you for catching that. Mr. Olfers voted in favor. The motion passed unanimously and is carried. Next, we can even skip the reports and go to Mr. Fortune. Mr. Fortune, I was curious what's happening with the playground. What are you doing for $3,000 and all the rest of it? What have you done and what are you going to do?
Okay, so far I have took the tree down, so that was $400. I, installed the hardware, for $350, all the flags and Christmas flags, and got them ready. And replaced the boarding around the parking lot and also around the playground.
I'm sorry, please, what?
The border, well, the lumber, the 6x6s around the parking lot, or with the, little doctor's office thing, and then I did the playground. And also stayed here several times waiting on trucks to come that never showed up. And thanks to Tim here the other day, he was here when the last shipment came in, because he looked, I don't know how we would have gotten off the truck driver, come with a power jack, over 3,000.
Excuse me, 3,000.
We got, playground. So the more stuff came, because it was ordered, so we got it, put it in the shed, and everything. Some of it was factory, but on the shed for big as it was. And the only thing I really got to do is put the mulch down and assemble the rest of the playground. And I did the grill.
Anchor the stuff into the ground.
Yes, that's all.
And what so does the 1,500 you've already been paid, is that sufficient to cover everything or?
No.
You know, that was nothing we had agreed to, because I had to go a couple times, pick up paint, and I done did $1,500 worth of work, went over $1,500. Still owe like $600 because I would put them in playground, put them together and put it in the ground and put them in mulch down, and I think it's like now to $900.
900, that is, left.
So that's what.
So you're saying then that you're owed another 1,500?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, council members, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Ms. Chenault?
Just one, just for clarification, was this in writing anywhere?
Yes, it was. We went, when I came on the project at the end of December 2024, before I ordered anything, we had to ask Joe, did he have the ability to assemble the stuff?
Right.
Because if he couldn't do it, we couldn't do it. So that was, and it was approved by council.
And do you happen to have a copy of it?
Of what?
Whatever was written up? Oh, yes.
I don't have a copy, but
That's the stuff, that's the copy that you were given, if I'm not mistaken.
yes.
Yes.
Could I say that?
Is it in our book? Thank you, because I didn't see it. Thank you. Hadn't gotten that far.
Most of it,
So what happened was council approved it, and it was already approved. What happened was I didn't have a town manager's signature. So I thought that's why it was delayed, because I was waiting for a signature from a town manager, that cover sheet that went on the front of everything. Okay, so,
For the ARPA package, you mean? Yeah.
yeah, everything.
I'm just trying to keep up with you.
Everything had a cover sheet. So every check that Jackie wrote had a town manager's signature of approval and how much the check was. So,
Right there.
so like I said, it had already been approved, and I guess the rest of the ARPA committee had whittled away by then. The ARPA committee was formed in April of 22, because I went back and checked the minutes. And basically, That's it. I know there's a discrepancy between invoices and, and quotes, but we had already agreed to, and John signed off on it because I came several times to council with ARPA issues in January, February, and March, and I was deferred to John. So John signed off on it because that's what we hired him to do.
Who wrote this? Is this your
I
writing?
did, yes, it is.
That's your. All right, there you go. Mr. Alford? Hello?
Sorry, I keep having to mute it.
Do you have any questions about the work on the playground project?
Um, uh, well, yeah, none that I think I could clearly state. So no.
Okay. Ms. Wilkerson, you have any questions, comments? Okay. With that, Mr. Fortune, you can sit and watch this engaging proceeding, or you can go.
I'm gonna go, I think it's get ready to rain.
Yeah, it does look
Call my mom.
Okay,
Y'all have a good evening.
thank you.
Am I gonna still do this or? finish it?
Yeah, we can do a motion to, I'll have asked someone to make a motion to complete it.
Okay. Y'all have a good evening.
Yep. Okay, now we are at, we have no more public in our audience. Recognition of Nathaniel Alford swearing in as new appointed town council member. Mr. Alford, you're being recognized.
Yes, excellent.
Okay. Moving on, supports members, the mayor. The mayor worked with the town manager and had so much fun on the ARPA report and then the Southeast Regional Crescent report. And yes, there is a God, and the Lord smiled. It was Mr. Smith, when he came on board, he jumped into the furnace. But we got it done. It's been done. Thank you, Mr. Smith. The mayor attended a George Washington Regional Commission on Economic Development at Fredericksburg. Spoke to the fact that the town of Port Royal is a fantastic tourist destination site, and that the town is coming around very well, and we are indeed up and rising. There are a couple other things, but that's sufficient. Monica Chenault, Vice Mayor.
Just two items. One, and you don't have it on here for the upcoming meetings. The cigarette council meeting is August 12th, just for your group of meetings that are coming up. August 12th. It's quarterly. No, just to report it of upcoming meetings, events, and activities. Just add it there. What was it called? It's the Cigarette Tax Forum with all the counties around. I'll be attending that. So just letting you guys know that that's the next date, August 12th, 10 a.m. So, we are getting some decent cigarette income from that. The other thing is to report on I think I told you guys that we did get the new vape shop added to our cigarette people. So we are collecting from the 4 locations now.
So it's
Horns, Rural Farms, the vape people, and the other little gas station, Mr. Lee's.
What about Cane's? No?
No, that's not in our, that's not.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But we are getting the 4 locations, because when I started, we were only getting 3. So, the vape shop wasn't in there. The other thing is the festival meeting, did meet with Carrie. We have not met this month. We were going to, but with some issues with the 4th of July, and she's just been really busy. So, but the planning is going on. Alex had asked that we request a written agreement from Historic Port Royal on what the partnership is going to look like and how we're going to divide everything out, from the funding to the expenses, who's taking care of what, who's going to be responsible for what, and have it looked at by our attorney. So I have shared that information with Carrie. So that's where we are with the festival for next fall, not this year. We already have over 1,000 people that have gotten on the Facebook page and said that they're interested in coming already, and I'm not even promoting it. So we move into that. So I think we're doing pretty good with that. Carrie does want to make it the 250th sesquicentennial event with July 4th, and we had said we were going to vote on them. Sesquicentennial, 250 years.
Okay.
July 4th and October 3rd. Two events.
Okay.
Two events will both be 250 celebrations. One for 4th of July and then one for us for the fall. We're partnering with both HPR and Town of Fort Royal. So that's where we are on that. So we're waiting to get the report that she is going to write up. She said she'll have her attorney look at it. We'll bring it over here, make sure our attorney looks at it, just making sure that everything is separated out as to who's doing what, who's financially responsible for what. The town needs to vote to approve that partnership for both events. We don't have to even get further, just to say that we can use the grounds to do this. And moving on further. So the other thing that's coming up is National Night Out. That kind of slipped by us because I usually get contacted by the police. Nobody reached out. I don't know if they reached out to any of you
I
all.
did it for the last 2 years. Nobody ever reached out.
Really?
Nobody.
I just told you when it was gonna be because someone told me.
Yeah. So when I was doing it, I got online and registered us.
I didn't even do that much. I didn't know.
Did that.
Yeah. So
We just branched off from the fire. We just showed up and did
yeah.
help them.
So anyway, I thought of it the other day, and I sent an email to Alex and Tim just to say, I haven't heard a thing. I haven't seen any posts from anybody, on the Facebook, from the sheriff's department, nothing from anybody. I said, can you reach out to find out if they're having it? So that evidently they are having it. They are planning to come here. And they've already worked out something with the fire department. So I don't have any more details. Tim can add to that.
Just talked to the fire chief and he said he will have hot dogs and drinks.
Okay, well, I haven't done any promotion because I didn't have a date or time or anything.
It's
August.
August 5th from 6 to 8.
Yeah, but they usually have a timeline where they see what the sheriff's department goes to each location, and they have an actual time when they're gonna arrive.
I don't know they do that anymore. Don't they just show up and put up a table?
Yeah, last year it just showed up. We didn't even know they were coming. They just got out the car.
They used to come around to each one, they set up a time and they
Yeah.
would bring a dog and all, they don't do that.
Really?
No, they got the, what was it? Is that Rondo?
Yeah, but I don't know, does he ever show up again?
He came last year in a little, no, I don't think it was him. There was some crazy people in some moth-eating costume
Okay.
I don't know.
or
All
something.
right, yeah.
And they showed up for like 10 minutes and then rolled out.
So it's Tuesday, the 5th from 6 to 8. I will add it to Facebook, but just to let people know it's happening, but I'm not gonna put anything that the town of Fort Royal is involved, but it's usually on the flyers that the county sends out.
See, we had rented games and stuff. but that came out of our budget.
Mhm.
The games and the extra refreshments and
Yeah.
stuff. And
The fire department is taking responsibility, that's fine, and I'll just,
And his thing was, when I called him, he said, oh, yeah.
Excuse me, who was him?
Oh, I'm sorry, David
Jenkins.
So I had talked to David Jenkins about a few things that evening. He said, well, we'll provide hot dogs and drinks.
Okay, it's almost come to an action item, but let's decide amongst ourselves now. Does the town want to be an active participant in this? And if so, to what degree?
I was only willing to share that it's a happening. I wasn't planning to go. Wasn't planning to go.
Well, I said I would help them if they needed help.
Okay, Ms. Wilkerson, what's your read on this?
1 second.
Do you think the town should be actively involved? Yes or no?
I think, yes, if there's enough people that, wanna put forth some time, because if you do the games, you gotta go get them and set them up and take them back. The year before last was a big turnout, huge. Last year was hardly any.
it was horrible. But then most of the kids between
Really? Okay, I want to hear on.
left the trailer park.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Okay,
maybe not, I mean,
Mr. Alfers, what do you think? Should the town participate in National Night Out? And if so, do what? You're on mute. Hello? What do you think, Ms. Goldman?
I guess I'm with Donna. I don't know to what extent. Because we, like I said, and the first time we did it, there was, I can't even remember that guy's name. There was a cop that came with his whole family and he was so great. He let the kids ride on everything and play with them. And we had to
set that noisy siren or
Mhm.
something.
we had about what I said, an average of 60 people show up, which was excellent. The next year we hardly had any kids, and
Well, it probably was not promoted.
we promoted it the same both years. I mean, it's just you can never tell.
I did it for how many years? 4 or 5 years, and it's exactly what you're talking about. It's hit and miss.
Hit and miss. That's what the word I'm looking for.
Sometimes we had, 40 people. Sometimes we had 12. And the police, like the one time they had the fire truck out there, they put the hose off, they did the siren, they let the kids crawl in the cop cars, they flipped the lights on.
Okay.
But you never know what they're gonna do.
Exactly.
What I hear is that the timeline is too short, that the town's not in a position to really,
I think we should let the fire department handle it this year.
Okay.
Give us a break.
okay. And also, Mr. Town Manager, if you could put on the calendar for next year, about May or June, National Night Out. And that it really needs to start working on this about 3 or 4 months ahead of time. And that way we can line up some volunteers in town. Hopefully we have some volunteers. And then maybe the council can allocate a little bit of money and we do something. But again, these things, is that a fair statement? It takes 3 or 4 months ahead of time.
It does, and to sign up, I believe the sign up is in January. To go online and sign it up. It's a website, and what it does is they send you the banners and everything. Otherwise, we have to rally them police, and they always brought them the same day.
Okay, scratch that.
They get the,
Put it
they
on
get the
January
banner.
then.
The fire department gets the banner.
Oh, they got it?
Yeah, like a week before.
Yeah, because it was Carla who brought it to me before.
Okay, are we closed out on that now?
Yeah, just quick update on the fishing, last events. Fishing day, we have 35 signed up. There are only 5 more slots. They made a flyer because they wanted something, even though I've got all the slots basically filled. So they made a flyer, they wanted it, so if we can put one at the post office and one up here, they just want people to know. But I put on the Facebook thing that it's done by them, so. So one for the post office and one if you could put it up here.
I have a question about that.
Mm-hmm.
You said that we had what, 35, that the slots were filled?
Yeah, we have 5 vacancies left.
Okay,
We do
at
want-
like certain times, you get so many coming,
He wants them all at the same time.
or are you gonna put 35 kids on that team here? Someone's gonna fall in and get hurt.
After their parents are all
I
coming.
got a picture of one.
They all have
I
parents
haven't
coming
noticed
and it should be worked out. They do it at other events. They've done this so many times. They know what they're doing.
I have a question. You said you have 35 slots and 30 have already signed up.
40 slots.
Oh, 40 slots.
35 signed up. We have 5 slots.
Does
left
anybody ever just randomly bring a cousin or somebody that's not signed up? I was just curious.
They're not supposed to, but I'm sure they do.
And again,
And-
also, you might have some no-shows.
Right, and that's why he wanted to do 40 for the no-shows. And we are feeding them. We've already done that. Alex is getting the hot dogs. They only wanted hot dogs, chips, and a drink, and it can be water. So basically, and Liz called. She told me about all the stuff that's in the shed at the wall at the refuge. She said that she has the key to get in there, and we were going to go and look for it, but it was the day of the storm, so we didn't get back together yet. But she just wanted to show me it was in. She said there is a grill in there, Alex. There's a grill in that shed if we're going to grill the hot dogs. I didn't either. She just told me. She said the grill, there's fishing rods, there's buckets, there's a whole lot of stuff in there, and she was going to let me at least look at it so we know what was in there.
Okay,
So that's the update on that. So it looks good. They're basically in control. We just agreed to do the food and partner.
How many fishing rods? Do we supply the fishing rods?
No.
They supply everything
The
except
refuge
food.
people.
Mhm. And they said they're taking care of the volunteers, but they said if anybody else wanted to volunteer, you're welcome. I'm going. I think Alex is
Yep.
going. Liz is going. Tim is going. So everybody's welcome to come down. I did ask about, are we going to do activities for the ones that aren't fishing? Because I had seen that, and they said they didn't think that was necessary. But if we wanted to do that just for the overflow, of not being able to fish all at the same time, and ones that get tired. It's just from 9 to 1. And you already started the street blockade and everything with the police. Last thing I believe he said is just to make sure that it's okay with the 2 churches that people can park there. You were copied on that. So it's the Episcopal Church in Jackson.
A Saturday,
It's a
right?
Saturday. Saturday from 9 to 1.
Be an issue.
Yeah, look at this hope. Everybody.
You want something?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go.
okay, excuse me.
And that's all
We
that I
need to
have.
get back on track. That covers you.
That covers me. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. Angela Golden.
Oh, this is just what we have. We have.
Yeah, your
Report.
committee report.
Okay. Committee reports.
So that would be like the office.
Okay, I have nothing. I'm just waiting for the stuff. Oh, everything is here. Everything is here. The customized sign. The only thing we're waiting for, and I talked to them at 4 p.m. this morning, and it's supposed to be going out. They've been delayed on the message center that you helped me pick out. They said it should be going out on Monday. And that's the only thing we're waiting for. Other than that, everything else is here. They said they had a delay in production.
Okay, thank you, Donna Wilkerson.
No reports.
Nathaniel Alford. This is your chance, Nathaniel. Hello?
I don't think he has any committees or reports to report on yet.
Okay, nothing from him. Consent agenda, approval of the minutes. We have minutes from the town council public hearing of June 6th, minutes from the meeting of 27 June and minutes from the special meeting of July 7th. And I thought we had some.
And May 23rd.
May 23rd.
I'm sorry, well, that's what's different.
Yeah, that was A.
And I apologize, we do not have the minutes for July 7th. But I always put it on the list so that I know that.
I didn't have time to review them, so I'd like to move that we'll discuss them at the next meeting.
I saw one little typo, but the special meeting, I mean, it's pretty much straight ahead.
You can approve some of them.
But if that's your motion to,
Yeah, I just can't with working full time.
in deference
review
to,
them in one day.
to all your good works, the motion's been made. Is there a second to defer the minutes to the next meeting? The motion was made by Micah Chenault to defer approval of the minutes to the next meeting in August. The motion was seconded by Angela Golden. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Chenault, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes.
Ms. Golden?
Yes.
The mayor votes yes. The motion carried unanimously. Thank you.
Mr. Alford, if you're
Oh,
there.
thank you. Mr. Alford?
May I ask a question? Would we keep deferring these minutes? Do I need to keep on sending the same minutes in these packets? That's a lot of paper.
I wouldn't. I just leave them on.
I don't think so. I think if it's a new,
You need to go on and
okay, the motion carried. And to answer the town manager's question, we will go by the consensus of the council. Is it okay then that the new minutes, quote unquote, new minutes are put into the next package? Ms. Golden,
That's fine, yes.
Ms. Wilkerson,
Yes.
Ms. Chenault?
Yes.
Mayor says yes. Mr. Nathaniel, we have a communication.
As long as I have a hard copy. Something.
Oh,
Of minutes.
You
At
have it.
least I have one hard copy for the page. You don't
You
have to
have a-
reprint it each time. But I'm just being,
yes.
I want to be clear about that.
No,
Does that help you, Mr. Town Manager?
it helps a great deal.
Okay, result.
This is the second time we printed these.
Okay,
So-
financial
That
report.
was I reviewed my last one. And again, I haven't had time to review,
Pardon me?
haven't had time to review them.
Well,
I mean, you guys,
we don't really adopt them, we accept the financials.
Yeah.
Which, action really imparts no, certification or, grant any, special, note of authenticity or, whatever to these things, just as we have. I was, noted that on, administrative costs, it was a high number, but I do believe that that finally flushes out, Berkeley and Associates and, their work with Mr. Anzavina. And,
I would like to request his pay.
pardon me?
I said I'd like to request his pay.
Yeah, well, he's no longer here. There's much to be said for longevity. Okay, we can afford to keep you. The other point was, I noticed on the check registry, I hadn't seen before that the town had a credit card that was being paid on. And if the town manager could request, statements for those credit cards, going back a year, and, the accountants can put it in a digital format, and you could send it to all councilmen.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Fine. But as I've expressed, she has the statement. She has the statement, so.
Yeah.
Take it out.
But if I look at it, I think the other councilmen. Good news is, let's see, last month we had 14,000 and change in meals tax. This month it's 15,300 some. It is for this town a lot of money, but, do not, let that put you in complacency because, we don't know what's gonna happen with the camera work on those wells or the monitoring well. And if we have to replace a well, that could wipe us out. And, people do like to turn the faucet on and get more. So it is good, that we have, it's great we have the income. Any other comments, questions? And, for the benefit of, I went over these myself, but if, anyone wants to bring up anything at the next meeting, yes, you can. Okay?
About
The financials.
Any questions we have, if we want more information or anything.
Actually, it's a good idea to, send a question to the town manager. And if the town manager, when you answer that, could respond to all the council members. Council members going back and forth each other, that's dangerous because that might be an illegal meeting. But we talk to you, it's good. And then you, since you're the manager, you can email us all. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Super. Actually, that's what it would be best anyway. Just to send me the question, get it from Jackie
And answer and include everybody on the answer. That's great. That's wonderful. Is there a motion to accept the financials?
make a motion to accept the financials.
Thank you. Ms. Golden made a motion to accept the financials. Is there a second? Ms. Wilkerson, you've been all quiet.
I'll second it.
Ms. Wilkerson seconded the motion to accept the financials. Discussion? Discussion? Hearing none. Mr. Chenault? How do you vote?
I vote yes.
Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes.
Ms. Golden?
Yes.
The mayor votes yes. The motion carries unanimously. Thank you.
Of course, I did this just as I see a question. Why is town clerk listed here for this month's pay?
That was, I think Celine's work. How much was it?
2741.38.
How much?
2,741.38.
That's not right.
No,
Of course, I saw that right as we were getting.
but that's something I will check on.
First page, next to the last section, personnel charges.
Oh, that went by me. Thank you, Ms. Chenault.
Yep, for June.
Town manager of the town.
Let me see what Jackie's posted on that. This line.
It's my understanding that should have been like 600 or 900. And if, Mr. Smith, if you could explain to town council what you told me about that and your pay and everything, how it evens out.
Yeah, so you're paying me by the hour. So at some point, obviously I'll be taking vacation, well, maybe not. We'll be taking vacations. When I'm on vacation, you're not paying me. So that's where the money will be made up for Celine.
We do.
In other words, it would be revenue neutral.
Say,
Okay.
So we're paying, I'm sorry,
Yeah, that brings the question, yeah.
so we're paying her per hour to do the minutes, correct?
Mhm.
And approximately, I guess, I don't know anything about minutes. Approximately, do you know how long it takes on an average?
yeah, no, it's about, it's been taking about hours, sometimes it's 5 hours, sometimes it's 3 hours.
And what are we paying her? $20 an hour? Okay, so 4 hours, $80.
Mhm.
Maybe it's $100 for a set of minutes. So she didn't do 27 sets of minutes.
Yeah.
No, how about that charge is, and.
And you started in June, so I don't know if that top number is your salary and Mr. Anthony's, that might be what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
Mr. Smith and the Berkeley group.
So,
Okay, I just have that question, so we can
I'll
move
tell you
on.
that being over 66.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you said that, because if you are not considering yourself like salary and recording all of the hours to include the 30 hours per week, per month, and you're can keep track of them on an hourly basis, then we'd need that in your report.
I have a question. That above, on purchase services, it says other services, $1,540.
I think that's where they had Sabine, other services, maybe, I don't know.
Still 1,500.
Just so for your information, and this is me being in government for so long, we used to stack June's report. Everything that was invoiced for June, stood in that fiscal year. So what I did is towards the end, call each of the vendors that folks that we were working with and asked them to submit their invoices. And they were paid.
Well, we're still in financials. Well, no, we accepted financials, but we're still a discussion item. What does the office need? We need a new phone.
Yes. Phone and the copier, I don't even know what to say now. So takes a lot of time. Honestly, I've spent almost 3 hours each next 2 months. These reports together. It seems crazy, but
How much would a good copier cost?
say, don't know. It may be actually cheaper
At least one.
to lease one. We used to do Southern Copier, King George. It's $50 a month. And then you pay for copies beyond X amount.
Okay. With the accounts, well, $50 a month, that'd be $600 a year.
That's, I've been retired 6 years.
Okay.
More than that.
Sorry.
Both those copiers are new.
Honestly, I have no idea. Just tell me what how it works.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
I did the back to back, the 2-page. Goes in, and it sucks back in.
I have
Yeah.
that exact copier machine, and I've had it now for almost a decade. And it's slow. It's incredibly slow, and we're paying Mr. Smith by the hour. It's more cost effective to get a good copy machine, and also for his mental health and for that of the council.
If you don't mind me checking the Southern Copier or
That's
something.
what I was gonna say.
But
Copy machine.
you said if you lease it from Southern Copier, then you pay a certain amount of money for how many copies? Is there a way we can rent or lease one from like Xerox or something, and you lease the copier, but the paper and how many copies? I mean, we don't have to pay for a copy. You just lease the equipment.
At where I worked as well, it's the same thing. It's a package. You get so many, like 1,000 or 2, whatever you think you're gonna need.
Okay,
And then that's included in your $50.
okay.
And then if you go over, it's like 6 cents or something, an extra copy. And that's usually for color. But,
Okay.
it's very reasonable. But they provided the ink,
Yes,
but they did not provide the paper. We had to
Okay.
buy that separate.
Okay,
that's correct.
They did maintenance and the ink cartridges.
for maintenance.
And I had IBM. I did have IBM.
Yes.
With, a motion authorizing the town manager to spend, a sum up to, well, let me see, if it's $100 a month now, that'd be $1,200 a year.
Can I go ahead and just get prices for you?
Okay, and if you're comfortable with that, and the phone, and whatever else, and put it on the table, and
Yeah.
then we can deal with it.
And put it in your estimates and send it an email with all of us. And if we need to do something, we can. Right.
Okay, let's see. Looking at financials, report of the town manager, Mr. Smith, you're up.
A considerable amount of time was spent on that Southeast Crescent grant. So that's where the majority was, but then I attended the GWRC's Rural Transportation Advisory Committee meeting, which was helpful in one aspect because while I was there, it was all about Caroline County and King George County. And at the very end, I said, what about the towns of Bowling Green and what? And so because we're part of Caroline County, they said, well, you can't have a voting position, but we should make it at least that you can.
Actually, that works out if, and I can ask the supervisor to chime in, but if we had 3 people representing King George and 3 people for Caroline County, then you'd have 1 from Port Royal, 1 from Bowling Green, and 1 from the county. That way it'd be 3 and 3. Right?
There were the 3 from King George.
Yeah, in other words, their point was that they'd be outvoted. In other words, you have 3 votes for King George and then 3 votes for Caroline.
Yeah, and I would just tell you from experience that towns like Bowling Green and Port Royal, there's what's called Smart Scale. It comes out every 2 years. We're not eligible to apply for it ourselves.
Right.
We have to go through the county.
I'm on the Caroline County Transportation Committee and work with that.
So.
Yep.
All right. I'm trying to think of anything or highlight. Let's see, finance, we did get the audits that were sent to you for 21, 22, and 23. The 21, I haven't found if y'all actually accepted that going back.
We did?
I don't know.
Are they in here? Printed
Yeah,
out?
They're all in there. And well, we'll talk about the audits in a bit. Anyway, that's been complete. The zoning, we've got, now we're starting to get complaints. Complaints are coming in. I did ride with Angela over to the trailer park to check out one. She's got a constituent that keeps on calling her, so we're working on that. And unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, there's other issues I'm addressing with the trailer park. So I'm gonna have a lawyer review that letter. And issue about the cutting off, because I did find some orders, passed in October 24.
Might have been, I think it was, well, I wasn't here.
Well, I passed one about the disconnecting. Do you recall that?
Disconnecting what?
Of the water.
If it's not paid.
They- Changed it, there's always been that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the town council voted on something in October 24. And then we've got agreements with the Caroline County Department.
That says something else.
Now, they're saying that we would have to put a lien on the property owner for any payments not made.
What?
Doesn't make any sense.
And I don't know what you're talking about, the October
So we had
24th.
somebody move out, just leave.
Uh-huh,
And so they owe $285.
uh-huh.
So we have to go to the property and put a lien.
To
on
the owner, I get where you're going, because it's the trailer park. Same thing with Barley, yeah.
Okay.
Because they're ultimately responsible to pay it.
Correct.
We've had quite a few leaving owe us.
Yeah, there was one left with like 2,000.
Well, that's an important point. If you could ask that we get a more detailed report from Caroline County Public Works each month. And we don't want to know the names, but just how many accounts are delinquent and how much money.
We used to.
Yeah, we used
We used
to.
to get.
And they used to cut them off.
Yeah, they're
After
supposed to be.
it's 45th day, they cut them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is there is that, but they're cut off if the person's not paid.
Right, that goes to the property owner. It's at the trailer parks, yeah.
And I thought that the
But
ordinance we passed some time ago stated that a new trailer or a new occupant would not be hooked up until that old debt is paid.
Yeah, this is the Department of Public Utilities says that's not
Legal.
legal.
In the trailer park?
Yeah, they said it's not that person's fault.
No, we're not saying it's not, you mean the owner's fault? We gotta keep it clear. But this is a trailer park that has 50 or 60 spaces. Someone of their rental, they're the one that's getting the money for it, then they're responsible. They also have to sign off for that person to get water in the beginning.
I can share the letter, right?
Well, that would be helpful to share the letter, because this is, and it really only happens with the businesses where somebody's making the money or renting out, where the owner would get caught in that. And if and so what they're saying is that the town of Fort Royal would have to do the lien
Yes.
on the business,
Which would be the landlord.
the landlord.
Yeah.
The business owner or the landlord if you're renting out another.
Okay, so my question is, if the landlord does not pay for the new tenant to move in,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying? If
Mhm.
everything, okay,
Bring that water bill current.
yeah, to bring the water bill current. And they can shouldn't we have some kind of,
Well, that's what I was saying is because they have to, before that first person can get water, the landlord has to sign off for the trailer
and
park.
if he signs off and he's like, well, there's just a lien, you know what I'm saying? They haven't been so compliant.
No, but the water, they wouldn't even cut mine on until Miss Barley signed my paperwork when I was over there.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. This shouldn't be happening because they know they signed off because that was required. Now, that was required when we did our deposits and everything way back when. Landlord had to actually sign off that they would be responsible in the case that somebody left owing the county, owing Town Port Royal money. It's actually on that, and that was the standard Caroline County.
I tried to
paperwork.
find the ordinance, I couldn't find it, but I believe it exists. I just haven't found it yet.
it, just ask the lady at the, what's her name? I talk to her all the time on a call up there.
Penny,
But she has the book, the thing that she has to get the landlord to sign off on, and it says in there, you will be responsible. That's why they have to sign it.
Would be very helpful. No, it's a necessity that the town council be kept apprised as to how much money we're losing.
okay. Yeah, I'm hoping this letter will clear it up once and for all.
Mhm.
Because what we're told is if we put a lien on the property, then
Pardon me?
if we put a lien on,
That's not true.
Because how are we gonna know whether he rents to a new person?
We wouldn't.
now I would leave it up to our lawyer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's not true. That if we, because you can put a lien on anything, it's what it is you collect when that property's sold.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with renting it out again.
People coming over there.
Just tell them.
No, I know, I understand.
See it moving forward.
Yeah. And you can request a copy of the application for water. So you'll have it for your reference. And I'm almost 100% sure, unless they changed it, that's what it says.
That's good for me. Interested,
The landlord cannot, that's what they mean, they can't rent it out because they can't sign off on a new person coming in without it being paid. So that's where they're catching them in the catch 22. They can rent it out, they just won't have water.
So anyway, I've got a couple of zoning issues that I'm working on. And,
The siding and the roof one,
yes,
Anything else?
so when you list these out, can you write approved or resolved or a
Sure.
status? Just so we know,
okay,
like, responded to a citizen's request for replacing siding and roof, you can just say issued permit or
okay.
is resolved or matter taken care, just so we know.
Yep.
And the date would be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, action item.
Next is the office hours.
Yes, sir.
Y'all good? Well, let y'all have a minute to check it.
Mm.
Pretty much the same as July. I'm trying to keep the focus on Tuesday through Thursday. And have Mondays and Fridays, whether I work or don't work, but, this is giving folks 16 hours here, up from 2 per week or month.
Mm-hmm.
That's very good.
Has anybody been coming in?
Honestly, not much.
Yeah.
So I'll keep going with it through the summer, and then if that's not working, we'll maybe switch to mornings.
What about phone calls too? You getting phone calls during those hours? I know I had one lady that contacted me. And I gave her your hours.
Yeah, I mean, if they call, I respond. It's not. So, which has been good here lately.
Okay, I didn't,
Past 2 months.
what's your definition of a lot? Let's start there.
It's a few.
Yeah,
So
2, 3 people a day? A week?
I'd say 2 or 3 maybe a day.
Okay, that's fine.
But I mean, so if they leave a voicemail, I respond as soon as I get in.
Yeah, she didn't contact me back, so she clearly got a hold of you. I don't know if it was a water issue or what, but she was like 5:30 in the morning, she's writing me. It's an emergency. I think the town manager. And I'm like, he's not in until 11, but he should be in at 11.
Yeah, and as I think I expressed to you when I first came on, that these hours are just
public, right?
And it's always welcome, but I'm usually here between 9 and 10. And
Okay.
usually at 9.
I didn't tell her that. I gave her your published hours.
Yeah, I just needed that flexibility if there was meetings or whatever, so I didn't lock myself in,
That's good. That's good.
so.
And I love this book. I know, did you do this to
Yes, I did.
me? I love it.
Oh, that is for everybody.
I know, but because I mentioned it a while back, I was like, oh, we've had books. And the next thing I know, we got books. It's so wonderful.
Okay, we need to get back on. Anything else? Thank you. Action item, review, discussion, acceptance of audits for fiscal year 2021, 2022, and 2023. Auditor will be available by phone to respond.
If you have any questions, and that will be the person directly to you. I don't know if you had an opportunity to read what I wrote about the auditor, but
Now,
I just like to mention, we are behind with VRN. And that's a loaning authority. They've been patient, but the patience runs thin. We've got 2 more audits to do to catch up. So my concern is if there's some discussion about, well, we need to get a new auditor, I'm all for that, but
let's get these put slammed away first. Okay, is there a motion to accept the audits that I've thumbed through them? The language is pretty much boilerplate throughout. The numbers changed a little bit. And it was, I think the first audit was modified, and these others should not be qualified. In that, the first one, they didn't have a depreciation schedule. Yeah, modified opinion. But I remember when, first came here on council, and there was no list of assets for the town. We couldn't even get a credit card. We sent the bank our financials, and they said no. But now we have, but then again, she put in there something like 200 grand or so for soft cost or I forgot what's called. But at any rate, we need to do the audits, give them to BSR, VRA, and if they have a problem, then we'll let them. They'll be the ones that really look at it. Is there a motion to accept the audits for 21, 22, and 23?
I make a motion to accept the audits for 21, 22, and 23.
Ms. Golden made the motion. Is there a second?
I haven't looked at
I've looked at them. I guess the mayor can second the motion. The mayor seconds the motion. Alex Long seconded the motion. Discussion. Again, we're accepting them. We're not saying that we agree with this. We're not audited the audit. We're just accepting it. So Mr. Smith can send it on to VRA. Discussion. Questions. Let VRA review it. If they have a problem, they'll come. Ms. Chenault, how do you vote? This is to accept. Again, we're not giving any credence or sanctifying these things or anything. saying that we accept. We got to get all of them.
I'll say yes to the fact that we have them physically. I have not reviewed them.
Okay, well, you get to review them and let VRA review them. Ms. Wilkerson, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Ms. Golden?
Yes.
The mayor votes yes. Mr. Smith, tell the auditor, send a copy to us and VRA.
Sounds like a plan.
These are draft?
They're draft until such time as we accept
To
them.
accept, now she'll go.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because you can't send it like this.
Oh, no.
You have to get the final version. So she'll just send it to you electronically?
I'll forward it to you.
Okay.
And VRA and USDA.
Okay, Mr. Alfers is not available. Communications have been disrupted, and the motion passed unanimously with those council members present. Next, vacancy on planning commission. Still have Dr. Petrell said that he'd be willing to serve. Planning commission, we met here Wednesday and put in, what do you think, was it about 2 hours? And it was substantive and good, solid work. I don't know how Dr. Petrell is going to work out, but he's willing to serve. Is there a motion to appoint Dr. Petrell for a term that would begin now and terminate December 31, 2026?
Should we open this like we did the council to allow people to I'm just asking, do you think we should do that?
To do what?
Volunteer to be on planning commission? Or do you want to just go ahead and move? I was just saying that there are precedents set.
Well, that was for town council. It's
I know.
not, with town council, it's not just
Because this is
what the
elected.
council wants to do, but we had to accomplish certain tasks because that's what the Code of Virginia says you have to do. Code of
Okay.
Virginia says that the town council has the ability to appoint whomever. They have to be, obviously, live within the town, and most of them have to be freeholders, actually own some property, although there could be a certain percentage that do not have property. In other words, be living in a rental.
So do the people in town know that we have an opening for planning commission?
That's what I was saying. No. No, they don't know. Because we posted it on Facebook and everything for the last one. I mean, I don't have a problem with Dr. Patel. He's willing to serve. We have a terrible time getting it filled. I just was saying, should we, as a council, post it? And, even if we keep it open
Well, we
1
have a
week.
meeting coming up. That means that we'd be without someone on the planning commission for August and probably September.
What do y'all think? I mean, we could keep it open just a week.
Well, the council has to appoint the person, so it
He's
could be done until August.
He's the only one that has shown interest?
Yeah.
Or he's the only one that knows about it?
Shown interest. We had, let's see, the guy AJ talked to him about it, but he is the postmaster for Bowling Green and said he couldn't do it. Like that guy, he sat here for a meeting, special meeting.
I thought he said he couldn't do an elected position. That's what he told me.
Okay.
I think that's what he said. So planning commission is not an elected position.
Right.
So he might.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
an
well,
appointment.
if the council wants to defer the appointment of a planning commissioner, we can defer that. What's the consensus? Ms. Chenault?
I'm fine either way.
I like to defer.
Defer.
Otherwise, my vote would be-
Wilkerson defer, Ms. Golden? Okay, we'll defer it and pass on that.
And that way we can post it and see if anybody else is interested.
Okay, next thing is George Washington Regional Commission Rural Transportation Advisory Committee requesting use of the town hall. As Mr. Smith stated, they were here in June, right? And now they want to use it for, is it October? Okay,
It's a quarterly meeting for the central location. And I guess I was under the impression that.
Do they have funds?
That's really fun.
no, they don't have it.
I would,
And you want to be nice to these people.
All right, so we have the request from HPR for their quarterly meetings. We have now George Washington Regional Commission for their quarterly meetings. And now you've got the AP Hill.
and they're semi.
AP Hill rotates out between Bowling Green and here. And,
So she said we were always the fall location.
yeah,
So once a year
Once-
here. Okay, just,
yeah. Is there a motion to approve letting George Washington Regional Rural Transportation Committee use the town hall for their meeting in October?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Ms. Golden. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Who?
I did.
Okay, Ms. Chenault seconded the motion. This is to allow the Rural Transportation Advisory Committee to use town hall in October. Ms. Chenault, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes.
Ms. Golden?
Yes.
Mayor votes yes. Mr. Alford is unavailable. The motion carried unanimously. Thank you very much. The next is, here's another grant. And rather than use up Mr. Smith's time, the mayor will take a stab at this.
Keep going around.
Thank you.
This is from the United States Department of Agriculture Rural Community Development Initiative Grant. The minimum grant that they have is $50,000. The max is $500,000. The purpose would be to, and they pay half, so it's just like we did on the Southeast Crescent grant. We asked for 50 grand, so the town has to put another 50, or actually I think it was 55,000 in. This would also be, we get, say, 50,000 from the federal government, the town would put 50,000 in. The purpose is to hire a company, three things actually. Number one, hire a company to come in and redo our entire set of zoning and subdivision ordinances in the town code. We've been messing with that for over a decade, and it starts and it never ends. It never gets completed. Second thing is to hire an architectural firm to come in and do the work necessary for a architectural historic district, not the whole town, but part of the town. And they come in, they don't tell us what to do, the town tells them what you want done, okay? The third is to hire MuniCode. Does everybody remember MuniCode?
Yes.
Hire them to load up once the ordinances have been completely redone, load them up into the cloud, and so they'll be on the internet. And if Ms. Wilkerson wants to look at, well, what can I do in the zoning district? You just go on the internet and it's right there. And the same thing for the subdivision ordinance and even the town code.
Yeah, they compare it with the state code to make sure you're not making a code that's very.
Exactly, but also we'll be hiring some people to do all of this. So, the mayor, and by the way, you gotta love it. I just found this out today, about this grant, and it's due August 7th. I can't say for sure that I'll get it all done, but I will work very diligently to try. The goal is to get 100,000. I think, that should be sufficient to accomplish all three tasks. And, the greatest liability for this town is, not to have ordinances that are current and enforceable. So, would someone like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to submit a grant application?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Thank you. Motion made by Monica Chenault, seconded by Ms. Wilkerson. Discussion? Discussion? Ms. Chenault, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes.
Ms. Golden?
Yes.
Mayor votes yes. Thank you. Let's see where we have. Discussion, ARPA remaining work and direction. Would someone like to make a motion that Mr. Fortune be paid another, is it $1,500?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Fortune be paid another $1,500.
I'll
Make
make
it-
that,
What for, excuse me, for work on the playground and other miscellaneous issues. If you want something,
Just for clarification, he's owed 600 at this point, 1,500.
no, we paid, I saw on the check registry, he'd already been paid 1,500.
He's done more work than even that 1,500.
So you're asking, can you pay him for the partial right now and hold the other?
You're in agreement that the playground equipment's gonna be installed, and we can wait until it finishes and pay him.
Well, we have a meeting now. I'd like to put on the record that he will be paid the next tranche of $1,500, and that will close that out. I'd just like to get it closed out.
Okay.
Is there a motion that Mr. Fortune, yes, ma'am?
I'll make that motion.
I second.
Okay. Ms. Wilkerson made a motion that Mr. Joseph Fortune shall be paid $1,500, and we'll say upon completion of work on the playground and other things. And Ms. Golden seconded the motion. Discussion. Discussion?
I would just like to point out that with what you wrote up, it needs to be, and Joe should know how to do this, write our contract and sign off on it, just for future. Because they wouldn't consider that a valid.
What are you talking about?
The agreement to pay Joe, yeah,
What agreement are we talking about?
this,
Oh, that?
right, I was saying this is not official,
Yeah.
this would not stand up.
No.
Joe would have to sign off on it. He should, I'm just saying, let's please not make that mistake again. Just make sure that it goes through the town manager and is signed by the two parties. Like you could have signed it and Joe could have signed it. You could have said, on behalf of the town council. Just making it more official,
Okay.
because
Because I
they
thought
might,
it was fine for John to sign it. But okay.
Well, actually, let's get this motion off the table and then we'll get to one other
okay,
issue.
I thought we were
close
just
the
discussion, okay. That's all.
Well, we're gonna pay Mr. Fortune.
Right,
Okay. Ms. Chenault, how do you vote?
yes,
Ms. Wilkerson? Ms. Golden?
Yes.
Mayor votes yes, Mr. Alford is not available. Therefore, the motion carries unanimously. Next issue, there'll be no more signing things or spending money unless it's voted on by the town council. That's in our charter, and that's it. Also, for your benefit, there is no ARPA because if it didn't have that was dated December 31, I believe.
27th.
27th. But anything that was after January 1 didn't count. And But we'll just close the book on it, and that's it. Mr. Fortune will be paid, and that's it. What's next?
Miss Utility,
Pardon me?
Miss Utility. Carrollton
Mr.
County requested Miss Utility notification.
Mr. Smith, that's your issue.
Yes, sir. Well, I was approached by the public utilities. The concern they have is if somebody's doing work and this utility is called,
Mm-hmm.
the public works doesn't know about it because they're not on this utility's call list.
Excuse me.
We had to make that request of this utility to put them on the list. And when you call it a bugaboo or whatever, if Department of Public Utilities has to come down and mark, then we are charged. That's the only thing I can tell you. But the savings part is if anything were to happen, and they weren't called, there was a question about whether the town would be held accountable for any damage,
And liability.
liability.
Yeah, I'm confused too. So you're saying if Miss Utility comes down and approves this person to do this and they make a mistake, then we're responsible?
If they haven't done the water, if the water lines were not marked, that's not Miss Utility's problem
Right.
because DPU is not on their list to be notified.
So, excuse me, what you're requesting then is that the town council authorize Caroline County to use our as-built plans to work with Miss Utility, is that it?
That's correct.
Okay.
But we will be charged when they come down on
Who?
public utilities.
I'm still confused.
In other words, let's say, you want to put a new driveway in, and, it's a good, smart idea to have call Miss Utility to see if there are any utility lines. And golly, there's a water line right where you want to put your driveway.
Mhm.
Well, that would be marked, and, then somebody from Caroline County have to come down. Back in.
Market.
And if we did not participate in that, and you did not know the water line was there,
And you hit it.
and you hit it.
But it's on our property. We're still responsible for it.
No, I'm talking not on your property,
But right,
on the town property.
town's property.
So are they coming out to mark everything all at once, or is this on an as needed basis?
No, only as needed. So they said on
They
some
don't even
things,
know where stuff is.
well, that would be there. Who, Department of Utilities?
Yeah. No, they don't know. At the trailer park, they don't know that the other trailer park, they don't know. It was all done privately.
Oh, you're talking about utilities that are within the park.
Wow.
We're not responsible for that.
Well, that's
We're
what I was
only
saying. So
responsible for utilities,
Mainly on town property.
public rights of way.
so I don't see where that would.
All
That
the water
does.
mains that put in umpteen years ago, you don't know about it, you hit it, something happens and they weren't notified, it becomes our responsibility. Costs us more. Costs the town more. Them to do that work than it would for them to market.
I understand exactly what you're saying, and truly, it's in the best interest of the town to participate.
The liability is the bigger issue.
Yeah.
If somebody gets hurt, electrocuted,
So whose liability is it if they mark it wrong?
well, they mark it wrong,
Carolyn County.
can't we?
Or would it be Miss Utility? Or is Miss Utility
Oh.
Caroline County? I'm confused.
Yeah, so what they'll do is,
They'll sue
get a
everybody.
marking- when you get a marking done, they'll tell you it's X number of feet or inches or whatever that you're supposed to be careful. It may not be exact, but with the meters, they can tell where all this water, electric, telephone and all that is.
Mhm.
They mark it. And then you're supposed to, it's the homeowner's responsibility or the contractor responsibility to not hit.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it. I just know that certain areas of this town, like my meter, did not get replaced. And I'm still pissed about it. Because the whole town was supposed to be replaced.
Mhm.
So this whole street right here was not replaced.
That's right, it was.
All the way to Gladys's house, past my house. None of them were replaced.
Next time there's a grant opportunity.
We returned money and
That's
it
right.
was supposed to have been the whole town.
I mean, is that something that was promised to you? Or-
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
That's a separate, we're getting off. Let's dispose
But
of
it's
the
just my
issue.
point of things that are not where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll keep our eyes and ears open for the grant and try and get that corrected. Would someone like to make a motion authorizing, requesting the town manager to inform Caroline County, Miss Utility or Caroline County that they can participate, the town will participate in the program? Was that, or do you know the word of art language to use? Okay, you'll get that, but that, we have the gist of it, and you can give the language to Celine. Would someone like to make that motion?
Does this cost us anything?
It costs only when county comes out and marks. But the markings are gonna be cheaper than the actual.
And so I would like an estimate.
We really do need to do this. We really do. We really do.
Yeah. So I can't get it, I don't know how much that would cost. I think he said $200-300, but don't hold me to that.
For
Okay.
each one?
So you're saying if somebody needs to do some work that's in the public right of way or the public street in the town of Fort Royal, these people have to be notified. And then they need to come out and mark off where the exact water lines are before the people do the work, basically. And you're talking about hundreds of dollars, you're not talking about thousands or something like that.
No.
Okay.
No, and there's, I think they said they may do one or two of them. So it's just something we have to be aware of.
Okay. Would someone like to make a motion that the town of Port Royal will participate and cooperate with Caroline County and Miss Utility in terms of notification of the utilities that are, I guess we're just the water lines. That's the only thing we have. Okay. Would someone like to make, Ms. Golden made the motion?
Yes.
Is there a second? Ms. Wilkerson seconded the motion. Discussion? Ms. Chenault?
Yes.
Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes.
Ms. Golden?
Yes.
The mayor votes yes. Mr. Offers is unavailable due to communications breakdown. The motion passed unanimously. Thank you. Upcoming meetings, events, and activity. I think we pretty much, oh, by the way, thank you, Ms. Chenault, for your conscientious, studious work on keeping track of all of the events. Is there any other business to come before this town council? there any other business to come before this town council? Is there a meeting to adjourn?
You mean
I make a
motion? I'll second it.
Okay, Ms. Golden made the motion to adjourn. Ms. Wilkerson seconded the motion. There is no discussion on such a motion. All in favor, aye? Aye. Pass unanimous. Thank you.
All right.